Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today with sort of a little mini whip and chat, I guess. I'm going to be working on Conversation. This is the kit that you guys picked out for me to finish back at the end of October. Sadly, I'm still not done, but I am making progress, so I'm going to work on this while I share with you how I did with my diamond painting goals for the year in the month of November. So let me zoom into where I'm going to be working and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. And I have zoomed out a little bit. I usually zoom in a little bit closer, but I had some people request that I zoom out. The autofocus was causing some issues. And honestly, for a lot of these like whip and chat type videos, I just assume people were just listening while they work on their own diamond paintings, but it seems a fair few people do actually watch, so hopefully this is close enough for everybody to see, but not so close that it is causing problems with autofocus. So as you can see, I'm still working on Conversation. I'm close to getting it done, so hopefully I will have the post-completion review to show you shortly. But as I finished working up on these, I realized, oh, I haven't shared with you guys how I did in November with my diamond painting goals for this year. November was kind of a crazy month, the end of October, beginning of November, as we moved from the States to Canada. So lots of things kind of got put on the back burner, including this particular kit, which is why I'm so far behind with it. But how did the rest of the month go? Because we got here at the beginning of the month. So after we got here, was I able to get back on track? So my first diamond painting goal for the year, as always, is my diamond painting hours. I am trying to get to 10,000 hours of mastery, which means that I am aiming for 1,000 hours a year. That seems doable for me. I don't know if that would be doable for everyone else, but that's doable for me. So how many hours did I get in? In order to meet my goal, I think I needed something like 85-ish hours a month. For the month of November, I got in 63 hours and 44 minutes, so not quite as many as I needed, which is not great, but I'm going to cut myself some slack. We moved countries and that took a while, so the fact that I am only 20 hours short seems pretty good. So I'm just gonna be happy about that. So if I add my November total of 63.44 to my previous yearly total so far of 794.47, that means I am currently sitting at 858 hours and 31 minutes. So am I gonna get 200 hours, well, 150 hours in December? Maybe, because a lot of the hours from this kit were actually, I put them in October, but I don't count hours until the project is completed. So if I don't count this until December, maybe if I finish this and Gingerbread Lighthouse, that will be enough to put me over, but I don't know. But I'm at least close, which makes me happy. All right, my second goal is number of finishes. For 2024, I wanted to finish 35 things. I usually have more than that, but I was previously doing a lot of very small kits, very small partials, and those sort of things. So my numbers were a little bit inflated typically. This year, I knew I was going to be working on very large kits as I tried to meet some of my other goals. So I bumped it down to 35. Usually I do 50. I think I've completed 70 plus one year, but this year's goal was only 35. So this month, I actually, well, not this month, November, I finished 4 things. Granted, 2 of them were small things. So I finished the 2 Make Market little mini kits that I bought. And I'm only counting each kit as one item, even though there were technically 6 canvases in the succulents and 4 canvases in the landmarks. I'm just counting that as one kit each. So that's 2 of my finishes. And then I also finished the Patriotic Gnome for DP for Veterans. And I finished the little 40 by 50 Muka that I wanted to get done just to say that I finished something else in November besides the Patriotic Gnome, because I had already forgotten about the Make Market minis. So 4 things that I finished in November, so that's not terrible. If I add that to my total previously for the year, the running total so far is 32. No, the running total is 28. So if I add my 4 from November to that, that is 32, which means I need to finish 3 things to be on schedule for the year. If I finish Conversation, that means I only need 2 more things. If I finish Gingerbread Lighthouse, that means I only need 1 more thing. And I probably could find a small kit that I can do to finish up the year so that I can meet that goal. I hope anyway. I'm already getting kind of further into December than I wanted to be to finish this particular kit. So I need to zoom through Gingerbread Lighthouse so I have time to finish something else, because I really want to finish Gingerbread Lighthouse. So I'm sitting at 32, so that's 3 more. My third goal is my Want series, and that is the kits that I wanted to work on. So I wanted to do 1 a month. For this month, I finished 1, and that was the Patriotic Gnome, the American Christmas Gnome that I did for DP for Veterans. So I get to add 1 for the month of November. If I add that to my previous total for the year, which was 10, that means I am now currently sitting at 11. And that's part of the reason I want to finish the Gingerbread Lighthouse, because that is the last kit on the list for that particular goal. So if I can finish the Gingerbread Lighthouse, then that means I can check off the Want series as a goal. So hopefully I'll be able to get that done. So currently sitting at 11, like I said, and hopefully once I finish Gingerbread Lighthouse, that will be at 12. Then the next goal is my budget. And how did I do in November with my budget? I had actually set aside quite a chunk to do Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. I did end up buying some kits, but not until long after Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So I'll share those with you when I receive them, or when I do my next stash update, because I will be doing a stash update for the beginning of the year. So be watching out for that. If you're interested in those kind of videos, make sure you've hit that subscribe button so that you can be part of my subscriber list. You guys, I'm so super stoked. I am halfway to 13K subscribers, which seems like an insane thing to say, because I can remember thinking I'm never going to get 13 subscribers. So thank you to everybody who's subscribed. So back to the goals. For my budget, I did buy a couple of things. I found a local store here and I bought 2 kits, which you guys have not seen yet. So I'll be sharing those at some point. But 2 kits for $81.33. So that's all I spent for the month of November. And I don't think I spent any in October. So there's been 2 or 3 months this year where I've not spent anything. However, with the $81.33 that I spent, that means I have $883.42 of my 2024 budget left. I know that number is going to change for December because I did order some stuff, so make sure you stick around for December's goals update so you can see what I did. So I think I'm going to meet the goal for my budget just because I don't anticipate buying anything else before the end of the year. It could happen, you never know, but I don't anticipate buying anything. There could be some new release that I decide is a must-have or something like that, but other than that, I'm not planning on going out and shopping. In fact, I'm going to try not to even look at the new releases. I know a bunch of people were super gaga over the Disney princesses that got released, and while I like Disney and the princesses, that is not something that I am interested in diamond painting. Out of all of them, I think there was one that I considered, and I don't know what I would do with it. I wouldn't hang it up, and I don't really have anyone to give it to, so I ended up not getting it. So I think I'll meet my budget goal. So far, I'm pretty sure I'm going to meet my finishes. I should meet my want goal, should come in under budget. So that's 3. And number 5 on my list, but number 4 probably completed, this one is completed, is my 5 oldest kits. and I completed those earlier in the year. My 5 oldest kits were Bubble Fairies, Universe in a Jar, my very large J-Wall called Melody in Pink, Jasper C, and Belly Dancer. And I enjoyed doing all of them. So that one is done. So hopefully out of the 6, I should finish 4 for sure, and we'll see how I do with the other 2. The last goal was increasing my stash. And I probably should have changed this goal at some point in the year, and I just didn't. I don't know why. Stubbornness, I guess. Because I really didn't spend a lot of time trying to meet this goal. Because after I started packing everything up for the move, as I've said, I really just felt like I had too much. So I didn't want to add to it. All of the information everybody provided about things being more expensive here in Canada, notwithstanding, yes, they are a tad more expensive, but I have points so I can get free shipping. I probably order enough that I get free shipping when I order, because I tend to do bigger orders instead of just one thing at a time. It just wasn't a focus for me like I thought it would be because of the move, which is fine. Things change, we change our minds, it's all good. So for my stash, just to keep an eye on the total, I am down 4, so -4, because I finished 4 things this month. And I am +2 because I purchased the 2 kits from the local shop. So that means overall I am down 2 in my stash, which is good. I'm actually, like I said before, considering some sort of a detox kind of thing, or at least working through more of my stash as part of my goals for 2025. I am not going to be doing a no-buy or anything like that. I am not going to boycott buying anything else. I don't want to do that to myself, but I do definitely feel like I need to get the stash down to a more manageable level, especially since at some point in the near future, we're going to be moving into hopefully our permanent house here in Canada. So I would like to not have to haul as much to the next place, if that makes sense. So there you go, guys. You can see I've got her little face done. I'm almost done with her last little piece of hair here. I'll finish up her hat, and then basically I just have background and stuff to finish. So I'm really, really close. Hopefully I will finish her in the next few days, and then I can move on to Gingerbread Lighthouse. So like I said, I think I'm pretty well on my way to meeting most of my goals, which is good. That gives me kind of an idea of what I want to do for 2025, which I've already started looking forward to. So let me know down below, are you planning to make any goals for yourself for 2025? If you're not, that's great. I would love to know that. If you are, what kind of goals are you considering for yourself? Not everybody wants to set goals, and I totally get that. I just feel like for diamond painting, it keeps me on track, especially with the channel. Personal goals is a whole nother ball of wax. So yeah, just curious if you're going to be doing anything diamond painting related. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.